So it's been a couple of weeks since I've done a video. It's been kind of a busy couple of weeks. On October 9th, I got into a accident with my truck. Older gentleman ran a stop sign while I was doing about 50 miles an hour down one of the main roads in the neighborhood here, and the truck was destroyed. $12,000 worth of damage was the estimate. So I did get a payment from the insurance company. The other guy was at fault, and his insurance company accepted 100% liability. So at least that was good. Unfortunately, given the market right now, the vehicles that were available, I ended up having to get a much lesser truck than the one I had. So the new truck, which was less expensive than the amount that the insurance company gave me, won't come with the peace of mind of knowing that the truck will just go through whatever you put in front of it, like the old one. But I needed a truck and I needed something that I could work on, so this was the option that I went with. So this week I installed a new inverter. The old one was a good quality inverter, but is a modified sine inverter instead of a pure sine. And I originally purchased it to run just the hot water heater that I use as an opportunity load here. So that wouldn't care too much about the modified sine output. So it wasn't a problem then. But now its responsibilities have sort of evolved to include running the refrigerator and the microwave in the kitchen, as well as a couple other things in the house that do kind of care about the type of output that's being produced. So at any rate, I've switched over to a pure sine inverter. It's a 3,000 watt, which is actually lower wattage than the other one that I was using, but it still will meet the needs of that particular circuit. So anyway, it's a Giandel. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I'll go ahead and throw a link down in the description if you're interested. I did a little bit of research, and it looked like for the price, this was probably my most reasonable option. So one of the main reasons I wanted to do this video is basically to cover the difference between my experience with the old inverter, which, as I say, was a Ames, pretty good quality inverter. I used it for about 5 years, and it was fine the whole time. Never had a problem with it. But like I say, modified sine output. So the difference between my experience using that one and this new one with the pure sine output. Like I say, was running the refrigerator on that and the microwave. Now, I bought both appliances kind of with an eye towards, power consumption. So the refrigerator was reported to draw about 95 watts and the microwave about 700. And the microwave, I actually had some problems with. I wasn't actually able to use it after dark, or I was able to use it, but it took about twice as long, maybe even longer than that, versus the time it took during the day. So obviously the voltage output of the batteries was affecting the efficiency of the microwave. Also, the refrigerator, I always noticed it was drawing about 105 to 110 watts typically. About 105 was sort of normal for it, with about an 800 watt startup. So, switched over to the new inverter. So now those two devices are both powered from the pure sine inverter. The refrigerator now draws about 70 watts while it's running. So it's a good 30, maybe 35 watts less that it draws now that it's being powered on the pure sine inverter versus the modified sine inverter. The microwave is also now fully capable of being, used after dark. Doesn't seem to have any problem now. In fact, the first time I tested it, I put something in that normally takes me 3 minutes during the day, and I tried it at night, and the same 3 minutes overcooked it. So it's actually doing much better now and far more efficient on the pure sine inverter. So it just goes to show you it made a huge difference in my case. It seems like the modified sine inverter really negatively impacted the efficiency of both those devices.